So hi everybody, I hope you enjoyed lunch and that you had lunch and maybe managed to wake up a little bit after. My name is Noam. I'm over.ai's CEO. I'll tell you how we are currently revolutionizing the contact center space. But let's start with a few words about voice. So voice is the most natural way for us to communicate with each other. Just like I'm doing right now, trying to relay my message using speech. And it's the first skill that we acquire once we are born. I can tell you that my kids, once born and little, they could very well tell me what I need to do for them before they could do it themselves. And they actually do it even though they're quite grown since. It's growing very rapidly as a prominent interface, as a UI to technology, to different services, with Alexa out there devices and Google's Assistant. And this is actually why when people need help, they call, right? So let's put aside the 911 services out there, and let's look at what happens when you need help as a consumer from a company. In a lot of these cases, despite digital transformation, despite texting and self-serving website and all of that stuff, when you really have an issue, you usually call. I can tell you that last week, I switched my mobile operator. I was trying to make international calls, it didn't work. So what do I do? What did I do? And I'm sure that most of you can relate. Basically, sitting in my office, calling the mobile operator, putting them on speaker, waiting for like 15 minutes, then they answer. I'm already pissed. I hate the company. I hate the guy that answered. So that's kind of like a typical experience. This is why the reason that we want to express ourselves in natural language, complete sentences. This is why people keep calling it. This is why this industry is actually so big. In the U.S. only, $150 billion spent in call center salaries to employees. Almost 3.5 million employees in contact centers in the U.S. And that's not the biggest contact center market, right? There is Europe, there is Asia, with all the outsourcing companies out there. And what happens when you call? You don't get, basically we expect to get a delayed response, right? So, or there's maybe nobody there to answer. And the reasons are multiple. So on one hand, an increase in demand. People call more in every contact center out there, experiencing more call minutes every year. And on the flip side, it's very hard today to find people to come and facilitate these jobs. People have other job opportunities, the demographics has changed, and even if they come and work for you, they will probably leave very soon. And for these people in the call centers, what do they actually do? And no disrespect here, really, but essentially they are kind of like human APIs in that sense. A connector of sort that understands the analog phone conversation, translates into a digital system or a digital action in a CRM, or pulling information or maybe adding information to a digital system. So basically that's all they're doing, serving as some sort of robots. And in today's world with today's technology, this is actually not needed anymore, and this is what we do at over.ai. We build AI call center representatives. It's a voice AI platform that was built to facilitate these complex interactions between customers and companies and enterprises over phone lines. The goal is to create this win-win situation where you as a customer call in and you get better service, somebody that answers immediately, understands you, can help you get your issue resolved. And for the companies and the enterprises we work with, obviously a significant game changer, dramatically lowering cost and increasing efficiency at scale. So a quick recording of a call that we have, an AI representative talking to a customer, just something average, I would say.
Thank you for calling Higgins Insurance. My name is Jenny, and I'm the
Maybe we can turn up the volume a little bit.
How may I help you today?
Yeah, hi. I'm interested in getting insurance for my new car.
I can get your details, and a specialist will get back to you as soon as possible. What model is your car?
It's a Ford Ranger.
All right. What year?
2019.
Can I please get your name?
My name is...
Thanks. Would you like a representative to get back to you to the number that you're calling from?
Yes, this is my cell number.
No problem. I'll make sure one of our specialists will get back to you as soon as possible. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, thanks.
Have a nice day.
Okay, so what we heard here is a fairly human or human-like experience. It's kind of obvious that it's automated, but basically using complete sentences, using natural language, and getting an instant response. We've invested heavily into the technology that's required to build this kind of operation, significant heavy lifting around the whole mechanism of speech to text and the NLU algorithms allowing us to process natural language and understand it. And we've built it all in a way that allows us to serve the enterprise needs from privacy perspective, service and SLA, and of course the scale that is needed for this kind of operation. We have a pretty awesome team. Ignore me here for a second. The rest of the guys are actually really awesome. We've been working together for a while now across various ventures successfully. So having fun while doing something that's very cool. Voice as a space that has been improving to increase dramatically, and we see Google and we see Amazon kind of like leading this space. Us as a company, we're very proud to be leading the space for business interactions, growing rapidly across our target markets, focusing on the European markets and especially here in Germany and the UK and the US market. If you'd like to learn more, please come talk to me after this. Hope you'll enjoy the rest of the event. Thank you.